Hi, Dad.
Long time no daughter. You look like shit.
Yeah, well, you look like a bigger piece of shit, so fucking what?
Oh, you mad at me?
I don't know yet. I might be. Where are all the paintings?
Sold them.
Just the one now?
Yeah. It's the last one, last holdout. Funny thing that pops out of the wire when the ship goes down.
What ship went down?
Mine.
Mommy ain't here, is she?
Well, I don't think she lives here anymore.
Well, don't you know for sure? She's 16, Dad. She's your daughter.
So? When I was 16, I was eating out of garbage cans in Greenwich Village.
Yeah, well, that's you. You get off on squalor, okay? If Mona gets out of a garbage can, she's gonna fucking die.
Well, a hell of a way to go, too. Adios, me Mona. Shit candid, sweet 16.
Is that who was talking?
Yeah, it's Louis. And several of my primitive ancestors jumping around in my jungle brain.
Yeah, well, just remember that your ancestors are my ancestors, too.
Drums say fuck off.
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you. I just ain't seen you in a long time, Donna. Which is great. Puts me in a great mood. Just don't push it.
Well, I've got some questions for you.
I don't answer questions.
Well, you're gonna answer my questions or I'm gonna move back in.
Alright.
Well, why don't you paint no more?
Bring myself out of it. Got obsessed with the fact of my own mortality. Every time I looked at a canvas, all I saw was my own grave. Guilt over your mother's death. Monsters of Jim Jam Land. Fear of failure. Success. You want me to go on?
All right. Second question. What is sex for?
Oh, alright. Sex is for making babies. I'll never forget when I figured that one out. I was 30 years old. It's when your mother and my girlfriend got pregnant the same week. That's when sex went dead for me for the first time. When I found out what it was for. Sex gone dead for you yet?
No.
Don't worry. It will. But there's a kicker, you see. It's been dead for a while. And you're sure it's dead. And it's deader than dead. It comes back. Usually comes out of the moment of madness. You go nuts. Maybe you drink too much. You go crazy. But it comes back. And suddenly a woman appears. And usually it's the wrong woman, and you got her in a bar or a closet at some party. Bathroom at some shitty office. And it's a Christmas party. And suddenly you're banging some teenager against the cabinets. You know what I'm talking about? Talking about sex, man. I don't know where it goes. When it goes away, but it's a long ways off. But when it comes back, you don't remember a goddamn thing. Except if you don't get it, if you don't get to it, your eyeballs will pop out. So when sex goes dead for you, and it will, that I promise you, just remember, it comes back. Resurrects.
There's this guy, and his name's Tommy. And I'm in love with him. And he's hurting me a lot. He's really fucked up. Like, he's stealing now, and he looks like shit, and I guess all that I can deal with. But today another level came into it because I went over to his house, his place where he's living, and I saw this drawing on the wall that he did. And I always heard these stories about girls going after guys who remind them of their fathers, and I guess it kind of spooked me, or I believed it, or whatever, and I went over there today and I saw that drawing and I just heard the fucking Twilight Zone music because I'm like, thinking that I'm here living my own life and going my own way, but then there's Tommy and there's you. And I'm like, am I living my own life, or is it just, history repeating itself? Am I turning into my mother? Because you treated her like shit, and you humiliated her and cheated on her and lied to her until finally she just fucking died. And I hate you for that. I decided a long time ago I wasn't gonna waste my life wishing we were dead. And I guess that was before, and today I saw that drawing on the wall and the writing just said, watch out.
Those are women fears. That shit you just told me about being hurt and vulnerable, go tell a woman that. But there is another place. A place where men and women can talk. But it's deep down. And it's dark. And it's as old as the motherfucking stars. So if you want something from me, if you want to tell me something, that's where you gotta be.
All right. Tommy and me. When he fucks me, and I can feel his heart beating, and it's scary, and I can smell him, it's like I get scared. I'm scared because it's so hot. It's beyond pleasure. It's like this fucking storm. Like I get caught up in this fucking storm with lights and electricity and noise and I'm blind. I'm blind, and then I come back. I'm so far away, and I'm wet. The bed is just torn up and soaked, and then Tommy's there. And he did that to me. Just took me completely. Fucked me, like nobody has before, through my body and my soul. It's like he fucked my soul. It just terrifies me to feel that way. There's no future for me in that.
The future is highly overrated.
Can I move back home?
Oh, there is a time and place for everything. And that time and place called home is gone now.
Well, what am I gonna do? I gotta straighten out my love life.
And there's only one thing that goes straight, and it ain't love. It's not love. You can chase that one forever, and it will never come to you. It won't bow, it won't serve, it won't do what you want, or what it should. It won't be what you thought, or it was taught it was meant to be. You can't lead it, because it'll be dragging you wherever it wants. So if you want to go in a straight line, give up people. People are what zigzag. I would rather predict the weather 3 months in advance. A sweet girl than tell you one thing about the future of the lowest heart.